Wow, he's back to the rhyme. I'm at the booth straight dropping dimes. Clark Kent, Daily Planet, the Metropolis Times. I'm making raps while I'm under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut, rap. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhyme. 30 seconds. That's good. That's pretty good. I didn't have my audio plugged in. That was a shame. I listen to computer speakers before I start many times, and then I got to remember to do that. But, oh well. Getting better. That was my best job of putting that out there. Let's go through the checklist. All right, so now we got the YouTube channel, number 1. Let me start by talking about No Hope. We're up to 476 views. So I think Alex probably standing down possibly on posting some of those, but that's okay. We'll get to 1,000. He's got those sheets. If they haven't been put out, I'll help him put them out. But I want to get through the election first. Talk to John B about, I guess I must have talked to him. I don't remember if I talked to him after I did this or before, so I don't want to repeat myself, but there's a potential person to record with, and the first thing to record would be Back to the Rhymes theme song. So that's going to go on the list soon, but for now, I'll just go on the YouTube channel. In addition, so Leon, Underground Bible Scholars, looking good. Saw him on our Sunday school today. I want to talk to him. What I'm thinking would be good, I got to talk to him like right after this. So we got to get the ball rolling. This is season 2. So for me, a good goal would be if he has, I have 10 holidays off a year. I can name them: Martin Luther King Jr. Day, President's Day. Then we go into Memorial Day, 4th of July. And then New Year's is each year, beginning of the year. Labor Day, Columbus Day, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, 10. So if he's off, I think I said 4th of July. If he's off any of those days, Independence Day, if he's off any of those or all of them, he'll be off some of them for sure. He might not be off Columbus Day, but I'd like to do a segment with him on those days, so that we both have off, just to get something going for season 2. Now, I wanted to be together in person. I still don't see that necessarily happening, but what I thought I could do is maybe create like a password that he could access. I could probably change mine or whatever, so he can access my YouTube channel, and so he can do this a segment from his computer, and I can chat, send him stuff. I thought about having him send me some stuff during the show today, but I didn't get to talk to him before the show. But that would be the beginning of how we can do something, because better to do something than do nothing. So that's my goal with Leon, Underground Bible Scholar. He's ready. There's no doubt. He's looking good. He's looking good. Praise the Lord. Trump's gonna thump. Very tough for me blow today. I thought already I put it out that I'm all ready to go. I just need to get this thing with ASCAP done, and I went back to some old emails from when I made this album, and I realized there's studio performer agreements, and there's visual, like if you're doing visual arts agreements. So I basically what I believe I need is Dale and Garrett to agree this is the percentage royalties, and that's part of it. And then Dale to sign and maybe pay him a buck or whatever it is we agreed to. I've already paid him money. I can probably back out a bit and say I paid him this amount for video work or editing too. It was actually, he could probably figure out how much time he spent on editing the video. Recording didn't take long, but editing and syncing a little bit, There wasn't much of that. And so that was tough because I thought I was ready. Because when I was putting in the royalty part, it asked for the IRSC code, which is how music is tracked digitally. So whenever your music, it would be streamed. I think it's mostly streamed. I guess it could be downloaded. That's how it's tracked. It's with an imprint on the music. I don't have one of those for this song yet. I was gonna get with CD Baby and do that, but then I'm like, oh, I don't have these things. So I had today off, got nothing done. Didn't know. When I go into a day off, I don't know if I'm gonna get a single thing done. I just know because I have other things that I can talk about, but uh, very hard. I mean, the elections. Let's see, Sunday. So Tuesday, the 13th. You got the 20th, 1 week. 20. There's really 2.5 weeks out. 25 days to the election. They stopped having rallies. Thank God the president's okay. And that'll be a testimony in of itself because he got the best therapeutics, the best treatment. No, he didn't get a vaccine, and he had. And so it's kind of like, I guess they say therapeutics or, whatever methods and all of the above treatment approach is what you really want. And people, especially like let's say someone's very skeptical and are unwilling to use a vaccine, but there's all these other therapeutics. Great. So, and up until now, there hasn't been a vaccine, and a lot of people, I mean, huge percentages. I think it's almost everyone under 70 survives it. If you're over 70, I heard it's 94% survive it. And these numbers, I'm scared to even say them because who knows how manipulated anything is. But okay, so his rally stopped. I guess he's going to start up a few rallies again. That's very tough, you know. So it is what it is. You just do what you can, and that's why I was sharing with others that the floor is learning, and I'm sharing my experience with anyone who's an aspiring musical person. You know, how does a person with no money, very little time, make a song, copyright a song, put it out? This is kind of the process over a year. It shouldn't take that long. It could take very little time if you have the time and the energy, especially the know-how. But I learned a lot, become more self-sufficient, and I'm thankful for that because once you learn it and do it, you can do it over and over and over. So one of the big pieces is having someone record with John, and it's always a possibility. Nothing's for certain, but I'm hopeful, cautiously optimistic. So, with it being 25 days to the election, we had this Battle Hymn of the Parents song. So I need to see if I'm able to just upload it to my YouTube channel, put it out on social media. Can I attach even the printing of the words, Battle Hymn of the Parents, written by Phil Irving, and performed by Mike Dynamic and E. Money Man. So, because that shouldn't take as long, and it's complete, and the ballots are going to be in people's hands, in this week, and that's what we did the song for. I mean, frankly, I'll have probably I'm more likely to reach people regarding that vote than if it's kind of a given that President Trump can't win Washington anyway. Most of the people, I mean, Twitter, you can connect with a nationwide, worldwide audience. So I will put that out there. But I think my plan is just to see what I can do tomorrow. in what time, but nothing's hardly done today. I don't have access really to this laptop too much today, so tomorrow, little ones and daughters in school, so I have more time to just be working on stuff, I hope. I really don't want to do too much at all. I really want to do as much as I can with this stuff tomorrow, but there's a few other things I think I have to do. Rules of engagement. So one of the things is, that's number 4, is with performer, I forgot to look that up. I should have done that real quick. I think there should be just a generic legal template for performer recording agreements. I got that from Neil, but I can't imagine he created his own. I don't want to just use it. But I think I, as a layperson, I mean, I can see what it looks like, all the parts. I can just do it again and not put that money out. So I got to create those 2 documents, but I don't want to do anything that I'm not supposed to do. So I'm just going to see if there's a generic template for that and probably do that. Just do a little research. So that's included tomorrow for rules of engagement. I'll just leave it at that. You will be glorified. We'll just wait till after, 3 weeks out or whatever. Bellevue Ballers takes up time. That's what I'm working on. The goal is to help with the music and many, many other things. My Reformation music video. I'm gonna check in with Mike after this couple weeks out. And now music. So again, Back to the Rhymes will be the first song. If we can get that with John, excellent. Schoolhouse album sales, the final one. I did ask somebody on my route who's moving. I don't want to push it too much. Just, oh yeah, sounds good, good idea. So I do have another person who's asked about my YouTube channel, wanting to hear songs. So they didn't hear songs on my YouTube channel. This is more talking, true. This is not talking, this is music. Now, if you go to No Hoke, if you type in No Hoke on YouTube, you will find 2 songs. If you want the complete album, I can help you with that. All right. One thing that came to me today, I guess this is good enough to talk about. This song's going to be about enough of the current events. I might only muster 1 verse on that thing, but I've never heard, a lot of ladies, I think, I was even explaining, we looked up the definition of feminism, and there's this idea of equality, men and women are equal. And I think a lot of people, I guess, if you call yourself a feminist, you'd be upset that God's referred to as Father in heaven, he, and all this stuff. God created everything, he is everything. But that term, I wonder if these feminists are concerned that Satan's referred to as a he. I don't know if they've made that argument that Satan's a she. Anyone said that? What is it? The Archangel Michael. It sounds like the guy. So anyway, I've just never heard anyone really push hard to say, how come everyone's calling Satan a he? It occurred to me today. I had never thought of that. All right, so let's get back to the rhymes. I did a little research. I cover up so no open up. That's the song's called. And the only reason I don't know. Like I said, I felt a little pressure to come up with something. My daughter coming up the stairs as I was doing the end of my show last week. This stuff is very tiring, I was doing research on Sweden because I guess Sweden hasn't been as restricted. There are some restrictions based on the research I did. There's the concept of herd immunity. There's a concept of little kids should play in the dirt to build up their immunity. The little kids are put in bubble wrap and never allowed to go outside. They never develop an immune system, and they can't deal with viruses. So I don't think that's new. But I guess people don't think kids can die from playing in the dirt. So that's a little different. I don't know what to say about this. I mean, a lot of it, the thing is, you can make points. If you go on search on the internet, all the liberal outlets come up, you know. So you just, I can do some digging, but I always look at these things, or what's the best way to make your point in a way somebody can understand? That's not so, like, if you tell somebody something, they're probably just going to go on Google and search it. And they talk about DuckDuckGo. If I go to DuckDuckGo and search something, all the liberal outlets come up. So what do you do? How do you do research? I don't know. I mean, if statistics are not authentic, and they never have been. My dad always quote the Mark Twain, lies, whatever, statistics, lies, and damn, lies, and whatever it is. Statistics are just, people mess around with statistics. They always have been to benefit. It's like when I'm doing my research, I kind of want to validate my assertions, and they call it maybe confirmation bias. My bottom line is, where in the world, how can I live my life without changing my life as much as we changed it? To what degree, especially if I'm spending money. Best Cafe, the iconic Best Cafe, which is on my route, is going to shut down. I think they shut down today. They were open at X capacity since summer, and it didn't work. They couldn't make money. They need to be 100% open, I was told, and they're hoping for June. I mean, 15 months. 15 months of really no bets being at full capacity. Crazy. That's been around since the 50s, nonstop, 24 hours a day, and now it's not. So that's the kind of thing that I don't go to best because I don't have that kind of that kind of big bucks. It doesn't look very fancy, but you're paying some money there. It's not Burger King. So, I mean, if it's true that no one under 70, what I read about with Sweden, that if you're over 70, or if you're seriously have some condition, you would stay home. That's always been my thought process. So healthy people should be able to live a life as close to what they're used to as possible. So I guess if there's a cover up, that's the cover up, I'm here, and yeah, if you saw the vice presidential debate, and I saw part of it, Kamala Harris said that if President Trump endorses a vaccine, she's not taking it. That was the biggest line. I didn't hear anyone talk about that. She said if he says it's good, she won't take it. Wow. And I'm sure a lot of other people. Great. I'm not predisposed to take one, and I would, you know what I mean? So maybe she is, until President Trump says how great it is. Maybe she thinks he's getting paid off of it. I don't know. So, all right, let me just write. The cover up, so no open up. Should I open up my mouth or cover it up? Cover up, so no open up. Transparency. A fantasy. Maybe I'll write this song like this. Let me try something. I'm only doing 16 lines. Let me write them out. I'm going to try something. Oops, I just skipped ahead. 7, 8. There's never been a rap like this that I have heard of. I'm going to try something. So it says a cover up, so no open up. Transparency of fantasy. Every line I deliver in the line's going to have a rhyme in the line. The next line will be a different rhyme. Never heard of it. A cover up, so no open up. Transparency of fantasy. I haven't heard of it. Maybe it's been done. So what can I say after that? It's just kind of like little blips. I mean, I could say normalcy with that. I shouldn't restrict myself from rhyming with the previous one. Transparency of fantasy. Normalcy. I'll come up with something. Normalcy. The destiny. There's a song, You Got the Best of Me, right? And it's interesting in our small group, we were talking about God's always here, right? So whatever humans do to interfere and inflict pain on their fellow man, God's always there. And it is really an opportunity for believers to shine, to be a light. That's not necessarily that obvious how to do that. Again, my single biggest frustration, I believe, is the church is not open. Going back to, I should look, I really want to look at churches in Sweden or anywhere. I really think it's the best opportunity for people to choose for themselves what they want to do. I mean, that's the thing. I was wondering about, you have the Amish and the Mennonites. They're kind of off the grid. I suppose they're not mixing with the rest of the culture, so maybe they don't have this. But I am confident nothing's changed for them. And is someone going to go out and check on them? I mean, that's kind of the part of the point. You just get away from all the nonsense, and they've been away from it for generations. I mean, if they don't have technology, they don't have a technocracy, they don't have cell phones giving them cancer, they don't have, I mean, yeah, they don't have the creature comforts, but they don't have the things that come with it, like too much screen time or whatever else we deal with. And they have all this great furniture. All right, normalcy, the destiny. The best of me. The best of me. Yeah, let's go. That's about the best of me. Has to be. That's good. The best of me has to be. Specificity. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna write it and to see if I can back it up. I can hardly say it. Specificity. Oh. Specificity. And brevity. Oh, I did not know how to spell brevity. Sorry. I knew I got snuck through a specificity. Let's eat away at the time. Oh, I might run out of time. I thought I was gonna finish. What's that? Brevity. So that's from brief, right? Man, that word changes up. No, I'm sorry. I just grinded through this. I have another song, but anything I've written down, I can't do for this. I get inspired to work on a project, so the songs come to me. But then I back down because it seems like, yeah, it's not happening. Brevity. Uh-oh. Got an intruder. Oh, I spelled it right. Brevity. If you want to know the definition, briefness of duration, concise expression, terseness. Get my height back. Okay. We have a special guest. Ah, she's running away. I guess I shouldn't say anything. Specificity and brevity. The best of me has to be specificity and brevity. When can we just be we? Can we just be we? We hide look out from inside. We hide all the while inside. Lose your penmanship, you won't be able to read it. We hide all the while inside. When can we just be we? We hide all the while inside. Pain I'd taken, the pain I'd had on this ride. Taken for a ride. Taken for a ride. Let's see. Taken for a ride. Deception worldwide. Taken for a ride. I better wrap this out and wrap it up. A cover up, so no open up. Transparency of fantasy. Normalcy the destiny. The best of me has to be specificity and brevity. When can we just be we? We hide all the while inside. The pain I'd had on this ride. Taken for a ride, deception worldwide. Okay. all right. It's kind of venting and putting it out, but that's all for today. I'll be back to the rhymes next time.